guys, and welcome back to my channel. I know it's been a minute again, been a busy month. My girlfriend that lives in Canada came down and stayed with me for a week. We had such an amazing time, and now I'm in the middle of moving and my mom's coming down and I haven't seen her for like a year. Plus on top of that I have my regular job. It's just been a busy time, but I'm happy to make videos still. Today we're doing Pointlessly Gendered. I feel like sometimes this subreddit hits, sometimes it misses. I'm hoping today to hit. I said that like a frat boy. Hoping today I can hit. Let's get started. Chocolate milk for men only. Chocolate milk for women only. I always find that like nerdy aesthetic, they take like a guy who's objectively and socially and conventionally attractive, who has like that built body type and that absolute smolder and the cut jawline, and they throw some nerd glasses on him and he's like, now he's a soft little nerd. I'm sorry, I know that I'm reading into this chocolate, but that's the vibe this gives and I hate it. It gives me the ick. I'm just a shy guy. As if you definitely haven't railed the whole town. I don't mean this with full disrespect, I mean it with like just slight disrespect. This is the kind of stuff that gives me like heterosexual ick. Let me explain. I know not all of y'all are like this, but this is for somebody out there. Being like, this chocolate's for men only, and then slapping a woman's body on it, and then the other chocolate being like, for women only, and slapping this man on it. I'm sure there's stuff like that that exists like in my community too. I'm sure if I digged for it I could find it, but like I see this stuff so much and it's always so icky. Also, a weird side note, can we talk about how in the for men only, it's just like her body, and then in the for women only, it's obviously his body, but like he has a face and he's like a person? That's crazy. That's just a little wild. What are you doing up there? Next we have the toilet. We have hockey versus ice skating. I guess it's now based on sport instead of gender. They said, hey, we have both these separate bathrooms. We have to deconstruct it somehow. No, obviously this one's dumb because anybody can play any sport. It literally doesn't matter. There are men that ice skate. There are women who play hockey. Obviously one is more male dominated than the other. Like, yes, we get that, but it's still just silly to kind of like create those stereotypes. Obviously, I'm kind of reading more deeply into this one, but this is the kind of stuff that you see as a kid that starts to ingrain in your mind what you can and can't do based on like how you were born. And I know plenty of people will be like, it's not that deep, and maybe it isn't, but to me, like, this is stuff that I would have seen as a kid and been like, oh, I guess I can ice skate, but I can't play hockey because this is like what I'm seeing and how it's constructed for me. Obviously, a lot of these are haha funny, but sometimes they do have a little bit of a social implication that I just kind of want to talk about or think about that maybe isn't that deep, but I definitely think can exist and probably does exist in some people's world. To me, baking is feminine and cooking is masculine, and baking is basically cooking's wife, if that makes sense. Why did I understand this perfectly? Because baking is light and sweet and women are sugar and spice and everything nice. Cooking is masculine because more open flames and harshness, powerful, like a man. Have you ever seen a baking show? Have you ever seen the immense stress, upset, hatred that is fueled in the bodies of these people? Have you ever seen somebody who's baking get one tiny measurement off and everything blows up in flame? Have you ever toasted a marshmallow? Is toasting a marshmallow now one of the most masculine experiences ever? Because if so, wait, is toasting a marshmallow, like, would you call that baking or would you call that cooking? Now I'm just having a moment. Which one would that fall under? No, actual question. I feel like it would fall under cooking. That I'm getting way off base. Also, this is so funny to me because everybody's always like, women should cook, women belong in the kitchen, why isn't a woman cooking? But then when people look at the actual profession of cooking, they're like, men are chefs, manly men should be in the kitchen. And it's just so weird, like this absolute stark difference between the professional world of cooking versus like the expectation of women when it comes to cooking. When it's for a job, it's powerful and masculine and men should do it, but when it's for like serving others, women should do it. It's just such a strange concept to me. I know I'm getting wildly off base, but I got a lot of thoughts in my head today. I'm drinking a London Fog. I've had a lot of caffeine. I'm gonna be honest, I don't understand this one at all. Like, why did I understand this perfectly? The only thing I can think about is the fact that cooking is seen as a masculine profession despite the social implications being feminine typically, and it's just yada yada yada, crazy, 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 wild, wild, wild. I thought I was gonna have more giggles today, but honestly, some of these are just making me wanna have these conversations for some reason. Oh, it's time. I gotta rub. Yeah. Yeah. Ugh, shed. Dude, did you just shed yourself in front of these girls? Snake titties. Snitties, if you will. I guess you could say he's trying to slither on in. I guess you could say he's shedding his skin to talk to these women. I guess you could say they love his snake body. They're getting worse. They're getting much worse. This one's just stupid. It's funny. I don't know. It's stupid. It's just a little silly, goofy, stupid. Can't believe I laughed at snake titties for that long. Men's deodorant is superior. There, I said it. I'd rather smell like icky fuckboy than lavender armpit sweat because women's deodorant doesn't last more than 15 minutes. This is accurate. I think that's the point it's trying to make, is that they are made so differently. Maybe it's not. Maybe it's, I don't know. The point I'm trying to make is women's deodorant is bad. Men's deodorant is superior. I'm sure there's some women's deodorant brands out there that are better than others, but in my experience, men's deodorant sticks longer. And I will say that, like, when it comes to sweat, men and women's bodies typically are different. I say typically because everybody's body is different, and somebody may sweat more like a man while a man may sweat more like a woman, because things like that do happen. But typically, yes, men do sweat more and it does smell more. So there is a purpose for deodorants being different. However, women's deodorant is not as good, doesn't last as long. Typically, yeah, it does end up not smelling that well because of the flavoring of deodorant they try to use, plus the smell of sweat just doesn't mix. But whereas like something like forestry, wood, stuff like that, I feel like just mixes with the smell of sweat better, so it doesn't end up stinking, and it covers it much stronger than like a light dainty lavender. And this is coming from a bitch who loves lavender. This is coming from a bitch whose entire room smells like lavender all the time. My lotion is lavender. I love it. Not great for the pits in my experience. So I will die on this hill that yes, women's deodorant is much worse. And also, most of the time you have to pay absurdly higher prices for like nice women's deodorant, whereas like men's, like yes, you do have to pay a little more for nicer men's deodorant, but once again, it's just better. So if you're somebody who's struggling with your pit stains, try men's deodorant. Honestly, it's so much better. Also, I feel like it lasts longer, and I'm not a very sweaty person. I should also say this. I'm not a very sweaty person. I don't like really smell, but I still choose men's deodorant because I think it just works better all over, and it makes you feel cleaner too, if that makes sense. Anyways, that's my rant. Only boys will understand. Me smelling the 50 different perfumes after passing a group of girls. This one I don't understand because people all smell different. Have you ever passed a group of men that are downtown on a Saturday night, all dressed in white button-ups with shorts, that are bar hopping? They all smell like they went to a different Abercrombie & Fitch and a different Hollister and a different Adidas. Like, do you know what I mean? Like, it smells like they went to the mall and they all just chose a different one of those stores and then came out and grouped together to go grab a craft beer. Which isn't a problem. I'm not saying that's a problem, right? It's like people all smell different. People all have their own different scents that they like. That's fine. It's just funny that this is like, only boys will understand women trying to smell good. It's like, what would you rather smell? 50 unkempt, stinky girls? I mean, maybe. Some people are into that. And I'm not here to yuck your yum. I'm just saying I don't see a problem with girls wearing perfume. I don't see a problem with men wearing cologne. It's fine. Smell good. Smell how you want to smell. And I know I just made fun of those bros that smell like that. Boy, I got Hollister cologne right there. And it's amazing. I smell like the best part of the mall smells. Great. Is that Red Dead Redemption? You know what I miss? Red Dead Redemption, the first one. There was also a game called Red Dead Revolver or something like that I used to play when I was really, really little. Is that part of the Red Dead franchise? I feel like it probably is. Yeah, Red Dead Revolver by Rockstar. Why does nobody ever talk about this game? This is what I was originally playing. Yeah, back in 2004 when I was like literally a child, when I was like 4 or 5 or 6, I was playing Red Dead Revolver. It was great. I remember it being good. I don't actually remember. Red Dead Redemption is not a direct sequel to Red Dead Revolver. Instead, it is a loosely based spiritual successor to the previous title. Honestly, Rockstar games have always looked so good for the time that they were like placed in. 2004, you're telling me like they made this while other games were like actually booty cheek? Amazing, incredible.
I cropped those at Target the other day.
So we have a banana. The art for this banana is my favorite thing. I have a big problem at work. Want to find a solution? No. Want to aggressively gossip? Hell yeah. Sometimes, here's my thing. Sometimes there isn't a solution. Or sometimes the solution isn't achievable or reachable right away. Or sometimes it's called letting out your feelings and your emotions. Something bad happens at work. Yeah, sometimes I just want to go over to my girlfriend and be like, this stupid thing happened. I don't want you to fix it. I just want to say, wasn't that guy an asshole? Like, That's fine. That's living. That's like life. It's called expression. Express. Have a little fun. I don't know. I am also somebody who is like a solution finder. I think logistically a lot of the time when somebody comes to me and they're like, I have this problem, I'm immediately like, how can I help you fix this problem? And I'm trying to be better at like just letting people be upset and just letting people talk their shit, because sometimes that's all you fucking need. So this is coming from somebody who usually would like to find a solution. You don't always need it, and that's okay. Also, sometimes like when you go to certain people for a solution, and you go to certain people to just be like, this sucks, because certain people handle things differently as well, and that's great. Have your fun, talk your shit. I feel like my hair is not giving right now. I feel like I'm giving dad at a coffee shop. Like my girlfriend got me the sweater at the thrift store and I think it looks nice on me. I think it fits well, but I feel like I definitely am giving father at a coffee shop. I kind of like the vibe. If I had some little glasses on. How do you write a character who wants to be a king, lord, leader? I'm a woman. A soft woman. Never had any urge/feeling to become powerful. So how do I know what men should feel when they want so-called power? Here I'm not mixing power and money. Everyone wants money, including me, that's for sure. But what about the kind of power that makes other people respect you, fear you, worship you? What does it take you certain men some power to do that? This is not written by a woman. I refuse to believe that. This is definitely either a bait post or a post that a man made to get his misogyny out. Either way, it's kind of funny to read, but it's not real. The second you start a post with, I'm a woman, a soft woman, we know. It's gone, it's over. Also, I love how they had to include the everyone wants money, including me, that's for sure. Like, oh my god. Why do I sound like Widow Sandwich? If you know who I'm talking about, you know who I'm talking about. If you don't, Widow Sandwich here. Okay, so this is an old advertisement for Tupperware. Best way to store a man's paraphernalia in Tupperware. Tobacco, tackle, tools, film, they all stay safe and dry. In these famous plastic containers, sizes, shapes, whatever a guy needs. And all the Tupperware containers are flexible, light travel, tough. How to buy Tupperware? Leave it to your wife. Hers. Keep food fresh in Tupperware. Freeze, refrigerate, serve in Tupperware. And save time, space, money. Have a Tupperware party soon. Call local distributor. Yellow pages under houseware for the dealer's name or write Tupperware, W4 Orlando, Florida. Tupperware. The paraphernalia just really men like cameras and tobacco and fishing. Women like bread and buying stuff. Like that's the part that really gets me about this ad, is how on the his it's like, have your wife buy it. And then on here it's like all the instructions on how to buy it. It's like, food, here's how to buy it. And then the men's is like, here's all these cool rock star things you can do with it. You can go fishing, you can smoke tobacco, you can right? Make your wife buy it. Also, sorry if the lighting's weird. It was pouring rain all day today and it's just overexposed and I don't know what to do about it. Is there a market for men's candles? My girlfriend recently started selling candles and had a recent boom on her social media by creating content for her decorative candles. I help her a lot, so I have much of the process down. I was wondering if there was a market for more manly scented or a candle business geared towards men. I know 90% of the candle market is through purchases by women, which is why I'm assuming there's a lack of men's niched candle businesses. I was thinking of marketing on social media towards girlfriends buying their boyfriends these candles. I'm just wondering if anyone thinks this is a good idea. Any advice? And if they do, let me know what sense you would be most interested in. Thanks. It's called buying candles. Listen, I understand that sometimes when we market things by gender, you can make sales because some people are insecure about buying things that are not labeled masculine or manly. I understand that. However, I think it's dumb. I can give you a great example right now. This is not a gendered candle. It's a black cedar crackling woodwick candle. I got it because I enjoy it. Actually, my girlfriend got it for me and I enjoy it. This was not labeled for men, wasn't labeled for women. It's honestly a candle that could fit in any house. I'm not trying to sell you this specific candle. I'm trying to make a point of like, not everything has to be labeled and gendered to sell. I could see this being in anyone's home, regardless of what kind of home you have, regardless of what gender you are. Just make a packaging for a candle. Like what's gonna be your scented man candle anyways? Are you gonna put like jackhammers on it or something? I don't know. Like this is what I mean by like pointlessly gendered, is not everything does have to be gendered. I know some of these are like funny haha, but this is one of these ones that I never understand with products. If you like something, buy it. If you want to make a product that is great for everyone, make the product look like the product. That's a black cedar candle. They made it black and white. Makes perfect sense. Sorry, I'm not trying to roast this man for his candle business. I am a little bit. It's a candle. If anything, why don't you just help your wife's candle business more and then grow this business together if it's already doing well? Why would you create a completely separate market from what she's already doing? And if you really wanted to create a more masculine scent or line, do that and just continue to use her business to sell it. Like, that doesn't make sense to me. Why would you separate them if one's doing well just so you can make a for men's candle line? Whatever. Oh, girlfriend. Okay, because I guess maybe they don't want to do a business together if they're girlfriend and boyfriend. But in that case, you're already helping with her business. I don't know. I just think it's ridiculous to be like, I'm going to start my own candle line. Instruction. Insert 2 tubes in line. Repeat the step and shape a ring. The last step may be strenuous and is suggested to be completed by a male. What's that one wrestler? Rhea Ripley? I just imagine her reading this. Like, she's like reading it and she's fucking massive. She's fucking ripped and she's like, damn it, where the fuck's my husband? Wait, isn't she Australian? Australian! I can't do fucking accents. I'm so sorry, all of my Australian viewers. I know you're here and I'm sorry that I did that. Floss picks for men. Sir Handsome, and it has sharks. I would buy this. Am I a man? No. Would I absolutely fuck up these shark floss picks? Yes. This is what I mean by you don't have to gender the marketing. It's for the people that it's for. If you would have just slapped that shark on it, I would have been fucking down. But now I can't buy it because it's for men, so you lost a customer. Oh my god, no way. We found a man candle. Okay, it's called Man Cave Scents, so sorry buddy, you're already off the market now unless you want to compete with this company. Get that paint tin opening feeling with our range of masculine candles. 3 sizes available and great value for money. Clean burn, no headaches. Man Cave, burnt out, and it looks like a fucking paint can. I'm gonna be honest, this candle's just ugly. I don't think like the paint can itself is that ugly. It's just tin. But the fucking Man Cave on the banner, the burnt out, why are there like different fonts? And then it looks like those like clip art banners. And then the color gradient is throwing me off. This is just a bad candle. Candles for men don't have to be cheesy. What? This is the cheesiest motherfucking thing I've ever seen. You're like, oh, what do men like? Opening paint cans in terrible font. They also love their man cave away from their wife. Guys, I have the best idea. I'm sorry, it's just an ugly candle. You know how I said I would buy the little shark floss picks if it didn't say for men? Even if this didn't say man cave, I would not buy it. Well guys, thank you so much for watching, getting through this with me, absolutely taking a ride of a lifetime. I'm gonna leave. Thank you guys so much for watching. If you want my socials, they'll be in the description. Hopefully I'll be back to uploading again pretty soon. It's just been a busy month, but hey, hopefully it gets less busy. Yeah, bye.